Welcome, my name's Paul Ray. I'm the Principal of Think Accountants. This is the first of series in Insights into Small Business, and today I'm going to be talking about the fact that it can be lonely in business, especially when you first start out. And with me I have Judy Reynolds. Judy is the Principal of Opening Gates and is a consultant and business coach to Think Accountants. Welcome, Judy. How are you today?
Thank you. I'm really well. Thank you. And what an important topic. I think as consultants and advisors, it is so important that we don't sweep well-being under the table, that we speak to it and understand that it's our responsibility to provide access to business acumen, but it's also our responsibility to check in with our small business owners and leaders to just see how they're feeling, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So this topic, this insight, I think, is very timely and very, very important.
Yes, we, as I mentioned earlier, we do understand that we've all our business clients and others. We've been there, particularly at the start, and it's like being out in the fields, and you can hear the crickets chirping, and it can be a very lonely experience. So there are a number of techniques and approaches that we use. Are you aware of the way we approach this, Judy?
Absolutely. We had a conversation earlier about some of the ways you bring these conversations into your relationship with your clients. So from you, it is so much more than a transactional conversation, it's a relationship conversation. And the checking in around wellness is a critical component of that. So let's go through some of the concepts or the strategies that you use to make sure that you are checking in with your clients in a way that supports their well-being and their mindset.
Yep, certainly. Look, I think as accountants, and we're very much trusted advisors, and in order to understand and help our clients, we have to have those real conversations with them. And that means, we're really talking to individuals. We're not talking to corporations. We're engaging with humans. We're not engaging with robots or anything like that. These are real people with real personal problems as well as business issues, and often the two can't be separated.
No, they can't be
separated. And so it's important that as advisors, but certainly as our friends and other acquaintances, that we do check in with our friends and our business clients. How are you? Asking the questions. How you're feeling today, how you're showing up. What's your biggest challenge? What's your biggest win? How can we as advisors and associates help you? And we need to be authentic. It's important that they realise that we understand, we're here to help, and we can help solve some of the problems of loneliness.
Yeah, that's true. And I think, you congratulate and applaud someone for choosing entrepreneurship, because it's a tough gig. And it's not for the faint-hearted, and unfortunately we forget that we have support, or we're not reminded that we have support in the form of our trusted advisors, our accountant, who knows as much about what I personally aspire to as what I want for the business. You also mentioned the concept of a sounding board, so incorporating that in your business solutions for your business clients.
Yes, it's important that our clients can believe and trust in us to be a sounding board. It can be for many issues, perhaps a new project, new venture, a new startup, new challenges that they know that they can pick up the phone, give us a call, and say, well, look, this is what's happening. How can I handle this? We're a phone call away, so it's important that they understand that we're there for that.
I think the key is that they understand that you are interested, and authentically so. Yeah, and that's why you do what you do. Beyond preparing a tax return or preparing a cash flow, it's very much about how can we enable this business or design this business to enable your life. Yeah.
Yep, so true. Tax is interesting, it's challenging, it's ever changing. Accounting is a tool that helps us to understand where our business is at. But for us, it's the enjoyment and we get out of is working with our clients, helping them to succeed, see them grow, see their business grow, become profitable. So that's why we do what we do.
Yeah. Well done. The other solution that you have is something you call momentum meetings or momentum sessions, where it's a means of keeping the momentum going, keeping on checking in, making sure we're on track, and having some structure around that so it doesn't fall through the cracks.
Yes, with a number of our clients, we have what you call momentum meetings. We meet either monthly or quarterly, and the idea of that is to be working in real time. So we have an agenda that everybody's aware of. We meet, we go through the agenda. It'll cover things like, well, okay, what does the last quarter of the last month look like from our financial profitability point of view? What are our plans for the future? What does our cash flow look like? What actions are to be taken? Who's going to do what and when? So it's important that these things, from the momentums, that they are timely, that we do have a cause of action, and it helps the business to be in real time, not looking back 12 months later saying, well, gee, we didn't do so well this year. So this is, I think, momentum meetings can be very, very valuable for business.
For business, and in the same on the same page, the momentum is also about the energy of the individual. So how they're showing up energetically, and understanding how they're feeling at that particular point in time.
Yes, and it's all about communication, about about being that sounding board, about being there for them and being ready, able and willing to assist.
Yeah. You have significant resources available for business owners and leaders, like this series of insights, for example. How do you make sure that your clients have access to the right resources at the right time?
Okay, yes, well we have access to many resources of a technical nature, in particular cash flow projections, setting KPIs. We also put out regular newsletters on many issues, not just tax, but on business issues, business management, HR issues. So we provide a lot of information to our smaller businesses, which otherwise I would probably find hard to get. And we have also access to other professionals in our portfolio, such as lawyers, HR specialists, brokers, etc. So we have availability for a lot of resources that small businesses on their own may not be easily able to tap into.
Yeah, okay. And because you know your client well and where they're at a particular time, it's easier for you to identify which resources they need at which time.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
The other thing I think that is super valuable for our small business owners and clients is to understand that the knowledge you glean from the hundreds of conversations you have with business owners across various industries and different sizes, different models, brings with it the opportunity to say, well, this worked in this business, this didn't work so well, and these are the other ideas that I can bring to the table. Every meeting they're having, you're bringing a new idea to the table. That's really, really powerful.
It is, Judy. I guess fortunately we work with a huge range of businesses across many industries, and while we know that the basic principles of business pretty much apply to every type of industry or business, there are nuances in between a lot of businesses. But from startups through to long experienced businesses, we deal with a lot of that, and we have a lot of knowledge and experience, particularly with startups. We love working with them. They, it's very, I guess, profoundly grateful to be able to work with somebody who's decided they're going to leave their employment and trust us to help them start a new business. And as we know, it's as we mentioned, it is very lonely out there, particularly when you first start. So when we learn from all these businesses, in real time about what is happening there and how can some of these perhaps ideas or even some bad ideas be incorporated or not incorporated with our clients.
You mentioned that our startups feel lonely at the startup stage, and so do our established entrepreneurs. And I think the biggest concern for our established entrepreneurs is the vulnerability around admitting that they're feeling lonely, or they're feeling burnt out, or they're suffering leadership fatigue. It becomes heightened because they've been in business so long. And the fact that when they talk to their peers, when they talk to their other business owners, those people appear from the outside to have it all together, to be really courageous and doing really, really well. So our clients can tend not to start the conversations about their well-being or their worries. So it's important as advisors that we start those conversations, and that we provide the information they need to, not that we have to be psychologists, that's not our role, but we certainly can be that person that has their back, be that trusted advisor, and provide them with recommendations in terms of what they should do next.
Well, that's correct. And just going back to the original thing, I think people often fear telling people how they go. We know in mental health, it's one of the issues. People often feel like they're failing if they don't speak up about their issues, and business is the same. And we need conversations with people to know how they're feeling and how that's impacting their business. And people are, when they're lonely, they're vulnerable, and that's when we need to have those conversations and let them know that they're not the only ones feeling like this. They're not failures. They're just going through issues that they need help to address. So it's important to understand, and when we're dealing with these people, understand their mindset so that we can have empathy with them and then work with them to overcome the challenges they have, and to help help what they want is the success of their business, and from that comes the success in life.
Yeah, true. I think if we're not currently having these real conversations with our clients, or if our clients aren't having these real conversations with their accountants, then I suggest either you start them, or you find an accountant that you feel really comfortable with having these kind of conversations with, because they will amplify your success. It will change your mindset, your attitude, your energy. It changes so much when you've got support, when you know you've got support, and you know someone's got your back, and you've got a sounding board, and you've got someone checking in, someone that you respect and someone that respects you.
Yeah, I think it's important that you're right, that we check in, or small business owners check in with their accountant. I know we all fear failure. We feel that we're not up to it, and it's common in small business. And a matter of realising that you're not the only one. There's a lot of other people out there in businesses that feel in the same way, and it's a matter of reaching out, letting your accountants or your advisors know how you're going, and that perhaps it's not a failure. It's just a bit of a trip in the dark, if you like, and that there are solutions, and you need someone to help you work through those solutions. And it's important for us to understand the mindset of people when they're going through those issues, so that we've got empathy and we can work with them to help them solve their problems and create the business and the lifestyle that they aspire to. So if any of this discussion resonates with you, and you feel as though you need to reach out to somebody that can trust, somebody that understands what you're going through, please feel free to contact us or my team on the number, email address, or at the link below. So thank you, Judy, for being with us, and thank you for being with us, and we look forward to being with you again for another session.
Thank you.